Have you ever entered a trade after an RSI signal only to see the price move against you a few candles later? If that keeps happening, the problem may not be the RSI itself. The problem is how most traders use it. In this video, I will show you a simple technique that uses the RSI's built-in EMA to filter many false signals and build a complete trading strategy. By the end of this video, you will know how to set up the indicator in less than a minute, how to identify the real trend, when to enter a trade, when to exit, and common mistakes that causes many beginners to lose money. Make sure you stay until the end because I will give you a quick quiz to test what you have learned today. So, let's get started. Before we begin today's lesson, here's the answer to the question from my last video. The question was, which part of the strategy is mainly responsible for identifying the trend? The correct answer is whole moving average. The whole moving average identifies the trend while the RSI measures momentum and helps us find the entry. If you chose B, congratulations. Now let's jump into today's lesson. Why the standard RSI isn't enough. Before we build the strategy, let's first understand why so many RSI signals fail. The RSI is a powerful indicator, but it can also generate many false signals. Most beginners know that RSI above 70 is overbought, below 30 is oversold, and the 50 level can help identify the trend. The problem is that RSI reacts very quickly to price changes. During volatile markets, it can move up and down rapidly, creating signals that don't lead to strong price moves. Fortunately, the default RSI in TradingView has a built-in moving average that many traders overlook. Instead of adding another indicator to the chart, we can simply use this built-in feature to smooth the RSI and get a clearer view of momentum. Now let's set it up. Add the RSI to your chart and leave the RSI length at the default value of 14. Then open the indicator settings. In the Input tab, change the MA type to EMA and set the MA length to 50. Next, go to the Style tab. Keep only the RSI-based MA and the upper band visible and uncheck the other options. Change the upper band value to 50 instead of 70. You can also make the lines a bit thicker to improve visibility. Here I'm using pink for the RSI and yellow for the EMA, but you can choose any colors you like. Now your chart is ready. By comparing the RSI with its own EMA, instead of reacting to every small movement, we get a much clearer picture of whether momentum is getting stronger or weaker. This helps us filter out many low-quality signals before they become losing trades. Now let's see how to use these two lines to find high-probability trading opportunities. How to read the RSI and its EMA. Now that our chart is ready, let's learn how to read these two lines. The RSI is the faster line. It reacts quickly whenever momentum changes. The EMA is the slower line. Instead of following every small RSI movement, it smooths the data and shows the overall direction of momentum. Think of the EMA as a trend filter for the RSI. When the RSI stays above its EMA, bullish momentum is stronger than the average momentum. Buyers are in control and the market is more likely to continue moving higher. When the RSI stays below its EMA, bearish momentum is stronger than the average momentum. Sellers are in control and the market is more likely to continue moving lower. Now let's add one more important filter. The 50 level helps us confirm the market direction. Both RSI and EMA are above 50. We only look for buy opportunities. If both are below 50, we only look for sell opportunities. This simple filter removes many weak signals that appear during sideways markets. Now that you know how to read the indicator, let's see exactly when to enter a trade. Buy setup. Now let's see how to use this strategy on a real chart. Let's start with a buy setup. In this chart, both the RSI and its EMA are already above the 50 level. This tells us that bullish momentum is strong, so we only look for buy opportunities. Now here, the RSI crosses above its EMA. This gives us a potential buy signal. But we don't enter the trade immediately. We first wait for price action to confirm the signal. Look for a bullish reaction at a support level or a bullish candlestick pattern such as a bullish engulfing or a morning star. In this example, we have a bullish engulfing candle forming at a support level, so this confirms our buy setup. We enter the trade at the opening of the next candle. Place your stop loss just below the most recent week low. For the take profit, you can use the next resistance level or simply target a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. As you can see, the price continues moving higher and eventually reaches our take profit target. If you're enjoying the strategy so far, take a second to hit the like button. It helps the channel and tells me you'd like to see more videos like this. Sell setup. Now let's look at a sell setup. In this chart, both the RSI and its EMA are already below the 50 level. This tells us that bearish momentum is strong, so we only look for sell opportunities. Now the RSI crosses below its EMA. This gives us a potential sell signal. But we don't enter the trade immediately. We first wait for price action to confirm the signal. Look for a bearish reaction at a resistance level or a bearish candlestick pattern such as a bearish engulfing or an evening star. In this example, we have a bearish engulfing candle, so this confirms our sell setup. We enter the trade at the opening of the next candle. Place your stop loss just above the most recent swing high, and for the take profit, you can use the next support level or simply target a 1-to reward ratio. As you can see, the price continues moving lower and eventually reaches our take profit target. Common mistakes. Before you start using this strategy, let's look at 3 common mistakes that many beginners make. The first mistake is trading every crossover. A crossover by itself is not enough. Always check whether both the RSI and its EMA are above or below the 50 level. Then wait for price action to confirm the signal. If you ignore these filters, you will end up taking many low-quality trades. The second mistake is entering before the candle closes. Sometimes the RSI crosses above or below its EMA while the candle is still forming. But before the candle closes, the crossover can disappear. That's why you should always wait for the candle to close before entering a trade. The third mistake is trading in a sideways market. If the RSI and its EMA keep crossing each other around the 50 level, the market has no clear momentum. During these conditions, you'll often see one false signals after another. It's usually better to stay out of the market and wait for a clear trend to develop. Remember, this strategy is not about taking more trades. It's about taking better trades by filtering out weak signals. Quick quiz. It's time to test your knowledge. Question: which setup gives the strongest buy signal in this strategy? A. The RSI crosses above the EMA while both lines are above the 50 level. B. The RSI crosses above the EMA while both lines are below the 50 level. C. The RSI touches the 70 level. D. The EMA crosses above the 50 level. Take a moment and think about your answer before you continue. Leave your answer in the comments by typing A, B, C, or D. I'd love to see how many of you got it right. I will reveal the correct answer in the first 30 seconds of my next video, so don't miss it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my other RSI strategy videos. You will discover more simple techniques to help you filter false signals and make better trading decisions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.